Alright, hello, people. We are gonna get Tiny versus Olivo. Alright, let's take a look here. So, Tiny gets 2 of the pick 1 healers because that's his boon. Olivo gets 3 of the pick 2 tanks because that's his boon. So he picks up the Hilda, Nymph, healer comp. He still needs a DPS carry, I'd say. Tiny is still looking to pick up his tank here, so one of these two. But otherwise, it's a really long-range mage heavy comp. I think Shinpachi's been in the box from the start, because Meow literally went into this account and built the box for him before he even joined the tournament. And he's like, I've already built the box for you, you just need to join and play your games. And I think this was one of the few tanks that Tiny Poo Poo actually has access to. Because the tanks is like the hardest part of a Waifu or tank push box, if you don't have the right characters. Hey Kong, hey Wally, hey Rice Group. So we have Elma Grenier, which should be OP, but is only maybe OP because Grenier's FB doesn't have a unique effect, so you don't get like Undispellable Mirror or anything. But you get a tank that's good against single target and a healer that's good against AoE out of it, so. We'll see if Tsubame Mega carries here, though. If it's Archer Tsubame, especially, but even if she just brings Deck Gunners, I bet she can kill Grenchill. Ooh, Candace, I like that name for the candle. There you go. Yeah, we'll see if Tsubame like ultra cleans up, because I don't think he's really going to be getting through the Grenier with these DPS in terms of tank busting. He does pick up the second tank pick just to make positioning against Granchill easier. It's still annoying to position against Granchill, but it's easier with a lot easier with 2 tanks. You can actually move up. And like I said, there's a real chance Tsubame can one-hit kill Grenchill. Or that like if Tiny waits around too long, then the Grenchill loses attack buff. And that's a whole mess. Gitz doesn't have attack buff here, so I think it'll be interesting how it plays out. So it is a flyer Grenchill. Yeah, Tiny was not going to build infantry wings Grenchill or anything. So we've got Maidens on Elma, who looks Bracerish. Grenchill looks Bracer. AoE, we've got Gitz on AoE. And yeah, Grenier looks pretty normal. He does actually bring the right skills. We have Cavalry on Freya as an interesting choice. Lancers on Hilda. Windlooms on Nymph. We do have the Deck Gunners Archer Tsubame, so this is absolutely going to annihilate Grenchill. So he could be Tiamat build, because he did bring a 1C skill here, which screams Tiamat build to me. And if once he sees into Cavalry with these troops, That's the magic of Hilda. You can bring any troop and make yourself mixed. It's the magic of Hilda. And these have like, you know, DR equivalent pretty much to like an infantry troop. So these are like Tiamat Hilda with these troops is genuinely pretty tanky against magic. Yeah, Hilda does like a lot of stuff. She's kind of like the best of the I'm just gonna sit here and tank stuff tanks. Whoa.
And Subame just kill that now.
I think she's one short because of the body blocks from his own units here.
Oh, well.
Because it's only a 2-block AA. Yeah, there's not really a good thing for him to do about this. I think the best he can do is run Subame to get her hide. And you just lose one of the healers for it. Like, I think that's a fine trade for Olivo still. She can just hide. As long as you don't let the Grendel get close enough to just stand next to her and break the hide first. I don't think losing one of the healers is any big deal for Olivo. I mean, I guess losing Nymph is a little unfortunate because Moo's healing is only in the form of off healing, but yeah, she has a little bit at least. So now he's forced to act, but it does mean that he could... He actually doesn't reach the Subame, and Subame does now reach Grendel, so... Oh! He doesn't know. Okay, I mean, that's a dead Grendel. Assuming it's Lurker. He doesn't have terrain for his archers, but it's deck gunners, archers versus non-shielded, no attack buff Grendel, right? That should be a kill, one would think. Is he like, did he really just feed me this Grendel on a platter? I think is what Olivo was thinking there. And the answer is yes. He did. Yeah, but I mean, you can look at her and see ninjutsu. Like, the thing that you wouldn't expect is the Lurker, maybe. But I assumed he, like, accounted for that with that teleport positioning. With, with the fact that he didn't put it into what would be Lurker range from where the current position was, and I thought he would then just go for it next action. But yeah. Okay, so that was game one. He's like, Grenshield's dead, I'm done. I don't think that was necessarily what had to happen there, but it was going to be hard to play against the Subame. Is it used in WoW? Is the real question, Wallian, and I think the answer is no. Nobody's running around as Subame or Sonya in WoW. I think it was going to end in Olivo's win unless he massively threw, because it was going to take multiple hits to kill each of those tanks. Maybe Freya dies pretty quick because she went cavalry, but the Hilda with the Nymph reactive heal and all that stuff would be a lot to punch through. The one nice thing with Lancer troops against tank bust compared to the omnipresent infantry tank busting like dynamic is Lancers arguably get bulkier when they're a little chipped, versus infantry lose a lot of their bulk when they're below 80%. Lancers can actually get ridiculously tanky below 70. It's a similar band pick dynamic so far, mostly the same heroes banned as last game, I think. He picks up a Luke second pick this time instead, because Grenchel got banned, but otherwise, similar-ish drafts. So I'm gonna guess Tiny's going AoE this game. Although he doesn't pick that Patricia that's hanging around. But yeah, I assume the plan is to camp around tank and hurl AoEs, maybe. Maybe? He did give 2 assassins though, so we'll see if that works out for him. I really think assassins are probably the best way to deal with Tiny's box. You don't really want to be sitting there trying to bust Grenier or like a meta tank. And he's got strong enough healers, but like nothing in here is assassin proof in the lightest. Or in the least. Maybe Werner and Grenshield are assassin resistant. Not these 2 assassins, though, I don't think. Unless you run Bracer on Werner. An infantry Grenshield with like really good defense enchants or something. I assume the Mu Lusty goes crazy here. Like, no attack buff for Lusty, but I don't think Lusty needs attack buff to kill mages unless she uses the wrong skill, like Tommy was. Yeah, he went really AoE. Yeah, I agree. He finally figured out his game 2 against me. He finally brought like the actual SP Grenier skills. He was bringing all kinds of crazy stuff before that. He must have like finished the SP mid-season or something. That or he just never read SP, like he never read Grenier's skills, who knows. Doesn't her 3C give DI and stuff? I would think you'd want to stand behind Hilda so you get the buff to Lustriel and stuff. I'm assuming Tiny does not realize that Moo teleporting Lusty is super dangerous for him. Yeah, it's damage up. Nymph is legitimately not a bad rush support healer. Like the way that Fire was playing her last season in the Protest box, where it was using this to give Aqua troops DI for their effect, and then also the 3C for damage increase and stuff. Like she's legit, and you know, sleepy time, like legitimately not a bad rush healer. In a way that's different from Flow. If she breezes here, maybe he's okay. She did not breeze. Okay, I mean Lusty's gonna kill Kits then. Oh, he goes for Puppet. Okay. Oh, he brought that skill. I just noticed. Instead of the other 2C that's like debuffed a spell. That's interesting. That probably makes sense, honestly. So yeah, I mean, Gits can kill, Log can kill. I might have not gone for Puppet there, personally. So now it really comes down to can Tsubame snipe the other two? Well, other three really, because there's still 3 real DPS. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he only has Tsubame to win the game now. Because, like I said, I don't think Mu killing Grenier is on the table, once again. So I think he shouldn't have gone for that trade. I would have just killed the Gits, and then you kill the Luke. Or, sorry, then you kill the TJS with your first Tsubame kill or whatever, and then you just have to play against Luke DPS till Tsubame is ready again. Something like that. I mean, she's still going to be providing attack buff. I don't think that the entire Gits unit is worth less than just the puppet. I don't actually know why he's clumped up with this team here, with the Tsubame. Yeah. I think sometimes you forget healers do healers things when you pick healers. So I assume Tsubame just takes the Gits here. Can you run back far enough? What's the, just 2 blocks? Nah, I guess you just take the log and stay safe. The Luke is gonna hurt though. But like the thing is, like if you kill the, maybe you kill the Luke then, because you can, yeah, you can kill Luke and run back to Hildegard just fine. I just think you want to kill one of these AoE threats before they hit you, since you're solo healer Nymph. Oh, the Tenyo drop near. She lives. Animation's too fast. She's gonna die to the AoE though, with the drop near. That's GG. If Tiny does the obvious thing anyways. Yep, that's GG. Olivo has no win con now. Moo's not gonna beat Grenier Alma. I mean, he can't go sleepy time. He has a mirror. And will have a mirror every single moment of this game. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to the Will game then, since this is about over. I really think Puppet was the wrong kill with Lusty. I really think you just kill the Gits, or you don't kill anything at all yet there with Lusty, until you can make it safer. He ended up using both of his assassins to kill Luke. So, like, using them to kill the other two mages instead, so it's just Luke, sounds a lot more viable to me. Okay. So, these are theoretically two of the more toxic boxes in Waifu Wars fighting each other, but of different types of toxicity. We have first pick Michelle with Will's healer tank insane stat bulkiness versus Team Luna with a crap ton of assassins and AoE. The Omega Luna might go wild. Take a look at the actual game that's going on here instead of talking about the game that just happened. So Valbar's going AoE with the Luke pick, but he doesn't have that many strong AoE win cons left. Will picks up Lanford as his primary tank, it looks like. Which isn't great, because Lanford does die to long-range mages. Even with Tiamat. Maya Lanford has proved multiple times this season. Unless Will's Lanford is just way better than mine. So he does... I guess the Elma candle's in play here, though. Getting the Elma is actually kind of outrageous, huh? Why did he give that? With the Lanford, yeah. You could. I do also think the Hoffman Michelle is going to be really strong. And you could bring, like, Unicorns and Grandchill to pick up the Hoffman able to. How did he get 3 of 4 types of pick ones? The only pick one type he didn't get here was attack. I think that Valibard's just not going to have the time to rush in if Will plays aggressively. Like, you trade Grandchill for one of the DPS, and then you have a rock-solid Elma comp to just turtle around and beat up the rest of the team. The flow is a little scary, but there's no faction buff for it. And I don't think, if he's Tiamat Cavalry Lanford with infantry troops, I don't think Elma kills anything. But can you play aggressively? Like, can you not get zoned by turn 2 Grandchill like that? Because, like, with the Hoffman shield boost for Grandchill and a Lanford to play around to defend her, that you move towards the... Like, because you move her towards the end of the turn, right? When there's nothing left that can actually kill her. And he does not play back. He plays very aggressively forward. We actually don't see a Unicorn pick on Grandchill, though, so her range is hampered a little bit here. I'm surprised. He does bring guard skill on Frog, but not faction buff, because Grandchill has that covered, right? Okay. Interesting. And he is double infantry Lanford. That's true. He's the man who does not run strike on his Matthew. So we did actually see Valabar go full single target here, which is interesting. I think the fact that Will's not Tiamat, though, could really haunt him this game. Like, no Tiamat active with the infantry Lanford here. I'm really not sure he's going to tank. So I'm gonna guess he's not flushing on the Luna if he's doing this. Like that. His Kaguya is okay, it's not great. Wow. Is he on attack god by accident here? No, maybe not. He just has weirdly high attack. Maybe this is T-star or something funny. No, maybe not. Maybe it's just normal attack with attack buff. I don't know. Arguably, this Michelle is tankier than the thing she's being tanked for by, if she's Tiamat with these Royal Protectors. Also, Kaguya did not get remotely decent cards. Every single card she spawned was a deer, and she started with 2 deer. So I assume he uses Kaguya to get the shield kill here. And run back. Because you're not busting the Landford while the shield is active. Is this boots? I just noticed this is boots. That's why the int is not that high. I don't know if there's actually... so I'm not 100% sure on how the turn prio, or guard prio works. On if Landford or the shield will guard first. Because that could actually be really, really bad if Landford guards and you were intending for it to be the shield guarding, because you could stun yourself with the 3C here, but if you use the 2C, you don't have run back. I don't understand why you would run Boots Kaguya, to be honest. Just use Tormilk at that point. Because that's everything Kaguya can do, but without the RNG, if you're just trying to use her as, like, a rush DPS, without using, like, your bulk or your clocks or anything. While getting an actual +2 movement instead of just same movement. Because, like, this is Valabar, right? I don't think not having, like, a built Tormilk is probably the problem. I assume Valabar just has everything. Whoa, no poke. Why then? I honestly have no idea what Valabar's plan here is. I'm just surprised he actually used the ghost, that being the case, Wally. Also, yeah, it is in fact not a plushy Luna. And that's not wings. I really don't know which card's first. Lineford guards first. Okay. Oh, Defender. Proc. Okay, never mind on the no Tiamat thing. You just proc your Defender, I guess. So she should use her 2C here, or we might get Mega Trolled. We'll see. Oh my god, another Defender proc. Actually getting trolled here. Because she doesn't have any DI because she didn't have good card spawns, so she just has this generic DI, not even her one card, or one of each card, I should say, DI bonus, which is like 20%. Kinda trolled. I mean, it's also the Hoffman shield in effect. If there's a way for Kaguya to attack from down here, she might have killed. I don't think T-Jess actually reaches. Oh my god. Who is Will paying?
Is Rice piloting Will right now?
That's actually ridiculous. Just, who needs Tiamat when you just proc Defender every time you're attacked? Holy moly. Like, the Luke would not have one-shot, I think. She would have gotten a lot of damage, but she wouldn't have one-shot. But, like, the Kaguya and the second Luke attack absolutely should have killed. A secret bonus one on top of his actually really good already existing casting skill. Yeah, Rice Cube, just choose to be lucky, that's true. Good old Javelin. So he can use Kaguya to kill the shield and run back using his 3C. I think is his best play here. Target Lanford from right here. Run back. Fortunately, because of, once again, the bad cards, he doesn't have any cards to get range, so he does have to do it from close by, and then he can run back here. Doesn't go for it, though. So, what's Hoffman's range look like this turn? He hits these two. No, sorry, the shield's up here. So he hits... Hoffman hits these two, shield hits these two. Michelle doesn't really have reach, because he already used his Octagon for whatever reason. Grandchild can kill T-Jess, and then there's nothing in Will's draft that can kill her this turn. Well, let's see, did she get AA blocked? Yeah, she did. Kaguya just getting absolutely trolled this match. But my point about using Milk instead of Kaguya stands because there's a lot less RNG for Milk to get trolled by than Kaguya. Because you can't just not get your right cards to get your 20% damage increase. Because Milk's is generic, but in return for being generic, it's, you know, just an effect of the skill. Versus it's an effect of the skill sometimes. Yeah, he could have done some like really nasty stuff that turn, but instead she just got to do some sort of nasty stuff that turn because of the early. I swear to God, he was about to get like Hunter King procced by that armor, the light armor you guys know.
Henyo armor for flyers.
She's not. She's Overlord badge. Either wings or apex boots, and she'd have been like an absolute monster in this game, but instead she's just a kind of okay hero that's mostly hitting with single target, essentially. Single target AoEs.
Using 3C on one unit feels real bad there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If he had just not used that really awkward early clone, without it being for stacking wings or anything.
I wonder if he forgot that he's not wings or something.
Maybe. He must be Overlord badge on Hoffman too, because he just avoided what looks like must have been a Moby down or something.
Ouchies.
Yep. I mean, it's Overlord badge. They had green skill. Maybe they were just in the land floor though, and I didn't check when they were outside of it. But I thought we saw Hoffman's stats and Michelle's stats not in the aura there. I think they're almost positively Overlord badge, almost positively. Maybe the Michelle is like Heart of Gaia because Will is a defense stacking degenerate. And that's, you know, 5% all stats with an attack and defense base. Maybe. Because the Michelle HP wasn't like high. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Whoa, big side box. We've got ulti for Legend, bringing up fourth. Tank for Will. And we've got... I'm surprised he dropped the Jugler. He swapped in like an entire tank push box here. I would think that if you're Luna Captain, you just commit to the rush. It's not a great map for it, but... Good old bite and bit. I mean, yeah, he's going tank push, though. I don't know how that's going to go very well against Michelle. Like, if Will bans Liko, neither of these healers is really, really trying to heal through a Michelle. True, true. Maybe Reen will just get all of the debuffs. I wonder if Valabar just like didn't see Elma game 1. Yeah, y'all are just posting in my Twitch chat with no live stream. What factions is Michelle? It's like Glory Tensei or something.
Yeah, just Glory Tensei.
As long as you get an attack buff for the team here, I don't think there's really a way for Will to lose this. So he should just pick up the Hilda because it buffs the Michelle. And Sissy is going to be crying out in pain when she's trying to heal through Michelle with her 2x heal AoE. Maybe will just not pick a tank for some reason, and then Valabar can like try to single target him down with mages. Worst comes to worst, he has the Hoff tank though. He grabs Christie, which isn't going to be buffing his units, but... Because yeah, that's what I was going to say, is I think that Sophia is going to get banned, so... He has Luke as an attack buff pick, but he doesn't have a lot of healers left to pick, so... Not that there's that much AoE in Valabar's team, you just ban. That's not... Yeah, that's what I would ban, actually, yeah. Definitely the burn, and probably ulti, yeah. So he does go for the Iris. So I assume Valabar... I don't know why Will's so low in backup time. I assume Valabar bans, yeah, the 2 AoE DPS. To give the unbuffed, well, the now buffed Agnes because of the Christie pick, but... No attack buff for these two, at least. He does get double healer, but he's literally solo carry Lana versus Iris Agnes, so... The draft went wrong for Valabar. I think the second he decided to swap in a tank push box against Michelle with first pick Luna. I'm gonna be real. I think the draft went wrong for him there. Michelle is a devastating DPS to fight versus as tank push. No, there is no win for Valabar here. He's fighting versus a Christie Aura, possibly a Hoffman attack down shield aura versus double healers with a single AoE DPS who has low cooldown like cycling. Unless you get really lucky with your clock procs to black hole every single turn, I see no possible way to win this. Yeah, I agree. I think he made his matchup versus the Michelle worse by swapping in this tank push box versus Michelle, who is not a hero you particularly want to tank push against if you can not tank push against her. It's tough though, because he couldn't give the Lanford or the Ledin either, because that would just... One is a buffer for Michelle, the other is a buffer for Hoffman, and as, you know, fat Lanford stats would make these units ridiculous, damage-wise. It was just not, like, a good matchup for him ban pick-wise, with the box he sided in. Oh, and he goes Bounty on Sissy. He is doing something here.
Isn't that like a little early to bounty too? Like, or is it permanent?
It's permanent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think you really want to get into a tank push battle with Will, because I don't think there's really people in this tournament ready to out tank push Team Michelle Will.
Yeah, Mikey, you can put it on multiple people.
Yeah.
I know that much.
It's just that using your coins on that means less coins for Inspire and no single target heal for big heals and stuff. Inspire is a very wimpy little 2x heal, so... I think Discord's been working fine. I'm talking to JB through Discord, so...
There has been a criminal lack of yap for 16 minutes, which is kind of surprising, but... Somebody go say meow bad or something, I don't know.
Oh, you're having problems too, Wally? Huh.
I don't know. You know, I suppose now that I check, like, every chat, there's been, like, I did actually just see Kong typing, and then nothing appeared.
I also saw that. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's not actually loading new messages.
Main board gives me, like, an actual red failed to load message, too.
Oh, the mass resist? Yeah, that's weird. I assume it's what Mikey was looking at. With bishops. Oh, yeah, I mean, this is just Full Moon Agnes with proper buffs. With Brace. Well, actually not Bracer, surprisingly. Like, back in when we had 5 casting, my Agnes used to get, like, 1100 defense, because I went all in on, like, defense enchant. And MDef enchant. To make her, like, utterly sin resistant. He's not Bracer, which is surprising, but he does still have super high defense in MDef. Yeah, my Discord app on my phone did actually just update this morning. Maybe they rolled out like an update and it's forked. Wait, what skill is this on Iris? This is not the boost. This is more healing. That's interesting. I would have probably just brought the boost so that Michelle would just go wild. Ultimately, though, Valabar has very little he can do to break Will's team, and Will has a lot of things he can do to break Valabar's team. Even with Will, for some reason, bringing Mass Resistance to Pleiades, and her not bringing her damage buff skill. It gives her extra after-action healing. Which seems pretty overkill after her cast is healing, you know, it's are healing after standing. Or is it the debuff to spell after standing? Is that the cast? One of those effects is the cast. Because they'll kind of just heal themselves, like there's a Risen Seal on the field. But yeah, I don't think Lana is one-shotting anything through the double auras here. He's trying to get around the shield, it looks like, but the map makes that hard. That's true, Wally. Oh, so it's actually not green skill on the Michelle. It must be Overlord badge on the Hoffman, I think, but Michelle must be using, like, some accessory with attack and defense bases. Maybe Bloody Nail. Or Judge, yeah. Probably one of those two, that would make the most sense. If you're gonna not run wings. I mean, I'd still run wings, but... Sissy just applying bounty to everything to try to let Lana one-shot is really funny, though.
If only any of Team Lana thought about that. Well, you'd have to stop bountying for that.
Yeah, you can't build up coins when you're casting bounty every turn.
And
He does have the attack command too, I guess. I do think it's super weird, though, that Will did not bring Pleiades Ray, right? I can't be the only one who thinks that the Mass Resist is whack. Instead of the attack down AoE. That's super effective against Holy Heroes. It's to get an extra 70 magic defense on your Hoffman, of course. Like, it's literally just to have more MDef on the stuff that doesn't have action up here, which is these two. And, like, that's so non-important because their base MDef is so terrible.
30% of bad is still bad.
30% of bad is still bad. Yeah, I mean, you're playing against a Christiora. You need lots and lots of effects to ever one-shot here. And you also have to live long enough to one-shot.
Oh, why would you start now?
So, Agnes can't really do anything, right? So, you hit, but then the problem is Iris fully heals the team with her 3C. And then you hit again, Agnes heals the team with her 3C. You're out of cooldowns. Like, he's fighting against a Christiora here. He did 7,000 damage to the Iris. You know? And so he's at 3 cooldown. He didn't bring Wind Blooms on the Sissy either because he needs to not explode to Michelle.
Maybe Will just won't heal this action, right? Never mind.
Okay, now he gets to eat a fat Michelle 3C. Or Hoffman could stun. No, she can't. The shield's up here. But he could still AoE her. And possibly swap Christie all the way back here and leave Lana up here. If
Couldn't
wants
he
to get aggressive.
potentially stun? Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
It's two different skills. I was thinking he could swap into shield aura, but that's not the heal block skill.
Yeah. I think Will should just Michelle 3C, get rid of potentially that attack buff and stuff. Since he can't AA, and even if she could, Hoffman could try to AA block her. So, like, I think you just go in Michelle 3C. And she doesn't really have ways to get buffs back for a little while. And you don't even have to, like, go into danger to do it. You can literally walk back in Michelle 3C if you so choose. But he just stands Christie for now.
No clock. Ouch.
Yeah. It's also no clock flow with no attack buff attacking from a Hoffman aura, which has not helped her damage. So he has one AoE heal this turn, and it's Sissy's Inspire. And yeah, Michelle 3C can hit everything. And Hoffman Swap can hit everything except for Sissy. It's gonna hurt.
Well, Michelle 3C doesn't hit Sissy, right?
It's 4 blocks because she has exclusive from poking last turn.
Oh, I didn't realize she could redo armor.
Yeah, cause she got 3 with the poking the soldier, plus the 2, the Luna and Lana, or whoever it was that was in front.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, she literally hits everything this turn. And this is why you don't tank push versus Michelle. This is no attack buff, and most of the team is at 50% HP. And it's gonna start hurting each other. And she can do it again.
They don't count as debuffs.
No, they don't. It's because I think... Actually, this doesn't ignore immunity, does it? The thing? Yeah, it's just non-dispellable. Yeah, that is actually interesting. It doesn't count as a debuff. So yeah, I mean, I think Hoffman, he can stun the low if he wants here. Or he'll go for swap. He goes for swap.
And Lana actually gets put in the worst place.
Yeah, she can still probably hit with Black Hole, maybe?
Is she straight lined?
I think she is straight lined. Oof.
And Sissy was not plushy, so now she just does not have an attack buff.
Yeah. So Hoffman didn't clock or anything, at least, for Valbar's case here. But Michelle is ready to 3C again after Agnes clocked her. And that'll take a lot of life. Possibly kill Sissy and possibly kill Flo. Michelle is kind of OP, guys. You don't want to tank push versus Michelle. This is no attack buff Michelle, I should mention. Why not put it here? On the water tile. And then also hit Christie. 242 HP. Sissy is vibing, guys. Sissy is just vibing. Is he gonna dispel guard? Is that what he's here for? Oh, just to body block Hoffman from murdering Sissy, I guess. I don't think he was gonna kill with no attack buff. Without shield hitting. Here's where Hoffman starts to get really toxic too, is once the map starts shrinking in these little endgames, there's like nowhere to go but to walk into the Hoffman aura. But yeah, I mean, Sissy is dead next turn. Because she'll be heal blocked and Michelle can just poke her to death.
Have you ever watched a fiery car crash in slow motion?
I think I am, JB.
I think I am. Malabar's just an absolute gamer for letting us get some back-to-back Hoffman content.
Yeah. Will does in fact not get his entire team silenced. And he in fact does not get the full clock. Don't tank push versus Michelle if you don't have to tank push versus Michelle, guys.
Damn, rip local Tendo.
Hmm. Yeah, that was Depor before I guess he quit. He got like hooked on one of those new MMOs or something, I think. Which is also why he ducked like the entire last season of Waifu Wars.
Classic.
Alright, I think that's it for me. I've got to get ready for class that starts fairly soon, so I'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out.